Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with another speed build and we are making a little beachside house. I really wanted to make a beach house today. I have no idea why. I was just like, I want to use like white paneling on the walls. I want to do something beachy. I think it's because I'm still kind of feeling that tropical vibe right now, but I wanted to get away from the jungle and to the beach. So we're in Brindleton Bay because it's one of the best beach locations we have. Although I do make this look a little bit more tropical with palm trees and stuff, which doesn't really fit this location. But it doesn't really fit the locations we have for beachside stuff because we have this and we have Windenburg, like on the island, and neither of them really are palm tree type beaches, but you know, you do what you gotta do. It's The Sims. Hopefully one day we'll get a proper tropical destination, but until then, we have Brindleton Bay, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's just more like where I live. It's like kind of based off of the east coast of the United States, which is where I live. So we definitely are not a tropical area at all. I mean, it's basically always freezing and snowing. But we do have nice beaches and stuff. They're just not tropical at all. They're like what you see here. But anyway, this is the house I built and I think it came out pretty cute. I flip it around momentarily so it's facing the other way, or did I already? I think I already did. But I had a lot of fun with it. It's a 1-bedroom kind of loft style house. Actually, I think we still haven't flipped it. I think I'm gonna in a moment. I don't know. I can't remember. But I know at some point I flipped the house like completely, like the lot. Oh, there it is. There it is. I just wasn't happy with the location of it, and so we had to switch it. But it ends up having 1 bedroom and 2 bathrooms. It has a very small kitchen, and there's no dining table inside, but there's one on the back porch. So this is kind of meant to be like an indoor-outdoor, like you spend a lot of time outside, run down to the beach. So I thought it was fun to not have a dining table on the interior of this build. But I really wanted to use a lot of the colors. Well, I guess a lot of the wallpaper that came with cats and dogs, but it was so limited in colors. And I started off with blue, but in the end, I did paint it brown. I wish we had more colors because I thought about like making it a bright yellow because I named this Sunrose Point because I wanted point in it because it's like on the beach. And it's named Sunrose because we have a bunch of sun roses, which is a type of flower out front. And so I was like, ooh, what if we could make this yellow? All of the yellow, like outdoor wallpapers, like paneling for your house is so pale it looks white. I want some bright, vibrant yellows. I don't think that's too much to ask. Hopefully we get that at some point in time. And I know you can get that in custom content, but like I want it actually in the game. I think that would be so amazing to have. So maybe one day. Does anyone else like really want a yellow outdoor like paneling for your house? Or is there some other color or pattern you feel like the game is really lacking? I'm totally interested to know what you guys think we need more of because I want to know what I didn't know I was missing, because I definitely didn't realize I was missing that until today. And I'm just like, I really want yellow. But here we're mix matching trees. We put a bunch of palm trees, but we put some more like birch trees around and trees that match the area a lot better so that it was like not too abrupt of a palm trees in the middle of New England. So I think that came out okay. We also added a lot of flowers and stuff, and I kept all the landscaping in this video. Lately I've been doing a lot of bigger builds and I've been cutting out the landscaping because it takes so long and the build's already a really long build, but I decided to keep it in this one. I did cut out the floor plan though to like accommodate for keeping the landscaping because I could have just cut both out, but I decided to leave it because I know some people really like seeing the landscaping and I don't leave it in too often. So I thought today I would. So let me know if you like that, if you prefer when it's in or out or whatever. I think I still am going to cut it out on like really big builds just because it's something that saves a lot of time and still lets you see a majority of the build, like how the process goes and stuff. But let me know what you guys think about that. But we used a variety of flowers here. We used some purples and some yellows. We used a couple of the new things from Jungle Adventure in this build as well, because I'm like really hooked on some of those new items. I absolutely love the like chairs that have little pillows in them that we got with this pack. So I did use those in the living room, which we will eventually get to because we're going to be outside changing stuff forever and doing lots of landscaping. And We don't change the color of the house from blue to brown till the very end of the speed build, but this is the kitchen area. At first I had some pillars going across the ceiling because I kind of liked the idea, but I got rid of them in the end, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out because I didn't realize they were kind of going through the cabinets, so then I got rid of them. But I'll probably do another build that has those because I think they look really, really nice when they don't go through cabinets. So I don't think a kitchen was the best idea for that, but I mean, those could have maybe worked in the living room, but I didn't add them there. I decided I didn't want to. But the kitchen's really cozy. We used all the new counters and cabinets and appliances that we got with Jungle Adventure because I think they're really nice. And they had this really nice light wood tone that matched the floors that I was using throughout the house. And it just felt really beachy and light and airy, and I just liked it. I like it a lot. I think this would be a really good place for a couple or a single sim to just kind of get away. I could imagine like a couple retiring here or maybe a couple living here before they decide to have kids. This would be a nice kind of getaway, or if they never want kids, just a couple, just 2 people. It's never going to expand. Maybe a cat or a dog as well. You'd have to add some cat and dog stuff because I don't typically put it in my builds unless it's meant to be a cats and dogs type build, like meant to incorporate cats and dogs, because I feel like, I don't know, cat trees are kind of an eyesore, and so I don't like to include that stuff unless I'm like, oh, this is a build meant for dogs, or this is a build meant for cats. So anyway, we have a mixture of furniture here. I want to say the couch is from like Perfect Patio stuff. I might be wrong though, or outdoor, I don't know. The earlier stuff packs I get confused by, but then we have the other wicker couch from Laundry Day and those 2 chairs from Jungle Adventure because I kind of wanted to mix the wicker in with those because that kind of gives me an outdoor beachy feeling, so I thought wicker furniture would be good to put in there. And lots of plants around. We end up getting rid of that one above the TV, but I think it looks better afterwards. I believe we put a mirror above the TV instead. We also struggle forever with what kind of rug to put here, and I swap out that lamp that's between the 2 chairs as well. And I love the table that we have in the middle of the area, the coffee table. It's from Cats and Dogs, but I'm still super obsessed with it. I don't know why. It's super simple, but it's so pretty and it matches the floors perfectly. I also changed up the wallpaper in here way too many times, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. I had a lot of fun with this build, and that's really all that matters. We also used a couple of different curtains in here to cover these windows because I wanted it to kind of have the option to cover the sides of that door as well. I think we used those ones. Oh my goodness, I don't remember. But I guess we'll see in the end because I might go back and switch it again. We also put this bookcase over in the corner because it fit super duper well. And I don't remember if I left those bottles on the wall over there. For some reason I think I didn't, but I could have. I might have left those over that little wall. Not that wall, that table. We also put this beautiful new mirror we got with Jungle Adventure over here. I am obsessed with this mirror, and I have a feeling it's going to go in every single build I ever have. I would also like that mirror in real life. Can I buy that, please? If anyone knows where I could buy that, I want one. I really want one. It's gorgeous. And it really fits the style of the stuff that I have in my home, so I would love that. We also had a stereo under here, and yeah, I did move that. I put like the seaside painting above that table instead of those bottles. I wanted to put a bar in here, but there wasn't really room, so I put some of these shelves from Jungle Adventure, and I struggled so hard putting objects on them because they're like different widths apart. The top ones are like farther away from the bottom ones, and you can only really get items on the top shelf, so I was not very happy about it. So they're kind of empty, but I liked how they looked in the space, so I just kind of dealt with it. And you could just see me struggling trying to put items on it, and it's just not working. So just the top shelf, and we put some paintings on the walls, I think to look like they're on the middle shelf at some point in time. I think it's these ones. Yeah, I think that's all that ends up being on the shelf, and then we put some paintings in the ground to kind of lean against the wall, which I thought looked kind of nice. And I think that's pretty much it for this room. We just mess around with the lighting a bit, and we end up going with these ones from Cats and Dogs in the end, and change the table over here. Well, I mean, put a table over there, because before we just had a light, but I believe we put the bowling day, like, side table over there that looks kind of like a guitar pick. Yeah, that one. I thought that worked out pretty well, but I think we changed it to white in the end. I think. Are you going to change it, Tanya? I don't know if I'm going to change it or if I left it that color. That looks kind of odd. I hope I changed it. We also put this mirror above the TV, like I said, which I think looks super duper cute. And more curtains and stuff. Am I not changing that table? That's really bothering me. I really hope I changed that table. Come on, Tanya, you can do it. Past Tanya, you can do it. Oh, I didn't change it yet. We also used this really pretty seat outside, which I think came with movie night stuff. It comes in a lot of funky colors, but I like the more basic one here, and I thought that looked really nice in the backyard. It's just a nice wicker piece of furniture to sit on while you're looking out at the ocean from your house. It's just nice. I had a lot of fun just, I don't know, trying to appreciate, like, see through somebody who appreciates summer and outdoors eyes, because, like, I don't like the beach or summertime, so this is just me trying to kind of understand that desire to, like, hang out at the beach and outside and kind of make a house suited for that. So hopefully I did an okay job. You guys can let me know if you're a beach goer, if you like the beach, because I certainly do not. This is the little table we add outside for some outdoor eating, which I think worked out pretty well if you like eating outside. Of course, I guess if it was raining, that wouldn't be the best idea, but we don't have seasons yet, so you don't have to worry about that. It is eternally summer and dry, so you'll be all set. Not changing the table yet. Tanya, are you going to change the table? Oh my goodness. It's not changed yet, but I'm adding more things in here because I tried to make this room look super duper cluttered, and I'm quite happy with how it came out. I was trying to make sure all the tables and stuff throughout the house had more stuff on them, and I'm happy I did that. So we also added those baskets from laundry day over there, and that plant just, oh, we skipped through. Did I change it? No, I did not change it. If I didn't change it this whole time, I'm gonna be kind of mad at myself. So that may or may not stay that color. Oh, I just want to look at the screenshots and see, but I don't want to skip to the end of the video because then I won't know where I was talking and, okay. You know, it's okay. If I didn't change it, I didn't change it. We also added this toilet in here that has the wooden seat because I thought that, like, matched really nicely with the floor. And for some reason, it felt beachy to me. I don't know. Is a wooden toilet seat beachy to you? Do you associate that with being on the beach? Like, that makes zero sense to me, but for some reason I make that association. So that's what we went ahead and did here. We put a couple of fake laundry baskets throughout, like the ones we got with base game, I believe, that are non-functional, not that we have functional ones, because I didn't want to incorporate laundry into the house, but I kind of wanted the clutter item of a laundry basket. So we did that. I also added these tiles from Parenthood, which I absolutely love. I feel like I don't use them enough for how much I like them, but I got to use them here. We also have a bird feeder out back and a nice little fire pit to go ahead and sit around and roast some marshmallows and stuff like that. And veggie dogs. I feel like that's all my Sims ever made, was veggie dogs. We used this bed from Cats and Dog, and I haven't used it in the swatch yet, and I like it. I also realized I just said cat and dog, not cats and dogs, but I love this swatch. It's super cute and peachy, and I made this whole upstairs very peachy and pretty. It's not a color scheme I think I've ever used before, and so it was kind of refreshing and different. I've been trying to get away from my own comfort zone a little bit. Like, I like everything to be gray, white, black, and navy blue. And I've been trying to step away from that a little bit. And so I think this house really did that. Especially because I started with blue outside, but I changed it to brown, you know. Steps in the right direction. And then this room is very different than everything I've ever done. I think both of the bathrooms are pretty blue in this house. But I felt like that made sense because it is a house on the beach. And so they're kind of like water-themed rooms. Bathrooms, I don't know. Does that make sense? I might not. You can let me know. But I'm pretty happy with how this house came out overall, even though it's not like the kind of place I would be like, this is my dream home. I feel like I'd be happy staying here if I could stay inside and there was air conditioning. But I also added these nice white curtains, and we put a vanity over here on a slant, which I thought looked really cute. For some reason, I just really wanted a slanted vanity in white. It sounded like the best idea in the world to me, and I'm really happy with how it looks, so I'm glad I did that. Used a bunch of vintage glamour accessories on that table, and we also used the dresser from that pack, because I just thought it looked really nice in here. It's very small, white. I really liked how, like, white and bleached wood and stuff that we had in this build. Very different, like I said, than things I typically build, and it was refreshing. Definitely refreshing. Pretty happy with it. Also add a couple of plants up here on top of this dresser. Move them around way too many times because I wasn't happy with how they were organized. And got a nice little TV there. Very, very simple setup, but I'm pretty happy with it. And then over here, we just have a chair with an ottoman and a bookcase. And I think that's it for this bedroom. And then we move on to the last bathroom right over here. And I think I just add like very simple stuff. It stays pretty just blue and white. And I think I changed the wallpaper to white though. Kept the white, and I think I eventually changed the mirror back to white as well because I thought it was too much blue. I like the pop of blue in the sink, which is the sink that came with Parenthood, but I didn't want the whole room to be too blue. I also tried curtains on the circular windows a bunch of times, and it just didn't work. And I was like, nobody's gonna be able to like look through that window on the second floor. It's fine to keep both of those open, but it was really cool to use circular windows because I almost never do that. So I was really happy to do that because I think they look really nice in a seaside home. But that's pretty much this bathroom, just adding a couple accessories here and there and tweaking everything, making sure everything is exactly the way I wanted it to look. But yeah, I was pretty happy with this build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be coming to the end of the video here momentarily. So if you're new and you liked this, please consider subscribing. I upload videos 5 days a week, one of which is always a speed build, sometimes more. And it'd just be really nice if you wanted to join our little family. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Just finishing off that room, changing this color to brown finally, getting away from that blue. Changed it a bunch of times, but to 6 with brown. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.